Welcome back, precious souls. Let's do another crack at this. It's so great because every time I've got a little break in between, like painting or all these weird downloaded projects I'm supposed to make and do, I get to come play with you in this happy space. It's fantabulous. So, we're on break again. What is it you need to know? Again, with the poverty, the feeling left out in the cold, someone's operating in lack mentality. Don't you know who you are at the soul level? Don't you know who you are? Oh, I just got, okay, hold on. Channeled message. Can I keep shuffling the spirit? Okay. There are divine masculines right now. It's specifically for divine masculines that are still in relationships that do not serve them. What you're not realizing, oh, how do I put this all into words? Okay, maybe if you're watching readings a lot online, what you're not realizing is we are all chosen ones. Okay, we are all chosen. We're all given the option to ascend. You've heard of ascension, or we increase our energy, our vibration, our frequency enough that we can actually get beyond all of the low vibrational 3D crap of the world and move on to the happiest life ever. Object of the game in this life, okay? You're born. We choose before we get here people, parents, relationships that are going to really muck with us and make us believe everything that isn't real about ourselves. The object of the game is to eventually, boom, you get your heart broken so much and betrayed and destroyed and dragged through the mud that you go into, bam, deep healing, okay? Dealing with the traumas and seeing them for what they really are. And as you unpeel all these layers, you discover, wait, I'm a shining light. I'm actually an amazing soul in this skin suit. And you're supposed to remember why you came here. But you need to go through these first. You're given, by learning all these lessons, okay, you are getting the tools that you need to move forward for whatever it is that your purpose is that you set out to do. Now, one of mine is to hello, wake everybody up to this, okay? Wake everybody up to the truth. Who are you going to vote for? What politics, okay? That's all to keep you in separation mode and in looking at stuff that really, honestly, whatever. I might lose a bunch of people, followers, and subscribers, but it's to keep you distracted, okay? A lot of this stuff in this 3D world is to keep you distracted. Same goes for a lot of these relationships. There are people who stay married and stay in these relationships forever and ever and ever, decade after decade. Meanwhile, they're being torn down to shreds. They're being drained of energy. There's a reason you're not meant to stay with these people. Oh, well, marriage is, it's all that, right? And I swore I'd be with them till death do us part. And that's great. You've got a wonderful heart. But what a lot of people don't see through all this is sometimes people are lessons. They're not meant to be in our life forever, okay? And marriage is beautiful. Marriage is absolutely beautiful, but it doesn't make you a prisoner for the rest of your life. If something doesn't feel right, now here's where the channeled message came in. There are some divine masculines who just think they're just the average guy. No, really, you just think you're the average guy, right? You go home from work, you do all the right things, you go home, you kiss your kids, play with your kids, or maybe you don't have kids, but you live your life like everybody does, right? You vote, you watch sports, maybe whatever it is that floats your boat. Okay, your big excitement is to maybe go out boating or do something like that. A little bit of free time that you get. You're meant to step up. You're meant to not just be satisfied with where you are if it doesn't feel right. If it feels like you're not emotionally fulfilled, you are meant to leave that behind and step up because you actually have a divine counterpart waiting. That's right. You've got your perfect soulmate waiting, and there are divine feminines out there right now, is what I'm hearing. And they've already evolved, they've already grown, they've already done the healing inside work. If you're not satisfied where you are being called to do this inner work. Okay. Yeah, it's uncomfortable. It's ugly. What are these triggers that you keep feeling? Why does it feel like it's getting harder at that job and make it so uncomfortable that you don't want to be there anymore? This is what's causing the lack mindset. Okay. A lot of these blockages is because you haven't discovered who you really are yet. Every single person on earth, there is way more to you than you realize. What a challenge is it to try to awaken people that have had, generations and generations teaching each other handing this down, the same information, and they're in the spirit realm now going, crap, how do we let our ancestors know? How do we tell them it's time to remember who you are? It's time to move beyond this misery. If you're feeling misery or stuck in this mindset of lack, you are not there yet. You're not there yet. Okay, Spirit, let's move forward. It's the same playbook for everybody. It's just different things you came to learn. The biggest lesson we came to learn is remember who you are and really learn how to love unconditionally. That's right. There are some people who literally say, how could I possibly love, I won't even get into that side, the politics of it, but how could I possibly love that person that did me wrong? Because we all come from the same energy. And even though they look a certain way here, you're probably besties in the spirit world, okay? This is the truth. It's the truth. What else do we need to know, Spirit? Okay, justice. Wow, there's a whack of cards here. Okay, wow, how am I going? Oh, right. I don't know how much time I've used up. Sometimes my videos get cut short. Long story short, you're in a lack mindset. You're feeling left out in the cold. Okay, do the work. This is meant to trigger you, right? You get stripped down to nothing. It meant to trigger you and see how incredible you are, and that this is just like, it's an illusion. It's something to hold you down. It's part of the 3D world, holding you back from discovering who you really are. Don't worry. Everything always balances out. The justice always comes about. Maybe not in the 3D world. We know what that's like, right? But in the spirit realm. And once it starts there and it all evens out here. Trust me and trust yourself. You know this deep down inside. You don't have to constantly fight your way through life. Everything gets balanced out. Just know this. It is true. I'm telling you. There's information that might be coming in. I'm also getting that someone might be watching you online, okay? Fake accounts possibly, but you are being watched by somebody. But again, remember, justice, they're always watching, they're always protecting you, okay? So this idea is get yourself out of this mindset of everything's being taken from you. It's all going to be returned. And there is some information that's going to come forward that's actually going to confirm this. So you know I'm just not some person telling you this online, okay? This is real. This is very real. Everything is going to be confirmed for you. Judgment was called in the recent past, and this is by you. I can feel the energy off you going like, oh, like so angry and frustrated and feeling this despair. It was when you cried out like that, when you said, you know what? Make this right. I felt like, even if you're not a praying person, I felt like you were really throwing it out there that I just need this. I need this fixed. I need help. This is ridiculous. And literally, that was part of this beginning of this awakening. Okay. This is what triggered a lot of this. Yeah, you had massive burdens at one time, massive burdens placed on you. You're coming out of that, but you're still in this lack set, is what I'm hearing. You were breaking a cycle. You did amazing. These are all important cycles we came here also to break, okay? These are generational cycles. These are things that your ancestors struggled with, but now you're taking it on. You're going to take it on so that no one after you has to take it on. You're going to clean this muck up. You're going to go through and see what all these traumas were that you might have had from childhood that are interfering with your relationships, I'm hearing right now, and the confidence to move forward and see your true worth, to see how much you truly shine, okay? You are very powerful. Yeah. No more remorse. No more remorse. There's going to be no regrets, no remorse. You're going to move forward seeing that all of this was a part of the plan, okay? It was all part of the plan. It was just to make you stronger. Stronger. The next card, strength in reverse. You weren't strong. You were made strong. You're getting made strong by going through this to see what you can do. I'm hearing resourcefulness. I'm hearing you're supposed to look around you, use what you've got, and start proving to yourself you can make it no matter what. It doesn't have to be a certain job, certain people in your life. You can make it no matter what. This is what this is meant to teach you. Thank you, Spirit, for that. Because people in the past have done you wrong. This was all by design, okay? The people in the past were sneaky. People in the past hurt you behind your back. So you don't abandon yourself. If you're feeling abandoned, you're abandoning yourself. It's always a reflection of how we feel about ourselves inside. So if you feel like someone abandoned you, it's you abandoning yourself. You can pull yourself up right now and say, what around me can I make money with? What around me can I do to change my circumstances? This is supposed to empower you, and this is going to empower you one way or another. I'm hearing as angels. Oh, you got some feisty ancestors too. They're like, one way or another. That's beautiful. Yeah, because it's standing in the way of a beautiful love opportunity, okay? And something that really is going to fill your heart with joy. This is all blocking you right now. So you are going to do this. You are going to get up right now. You're going to quit feeling sorry for yourself. We got to get out of the victim mentality. Don't let them win. Don't you think that they want you to feel like you're less of a person because they've got insecurities, so they got to bring you down, right? They wanted to bring you to a lower vibration. While you're in that lower vibration, feeling sad, mad, angry, blaming, and victim mentality, it's holding you back. You're really up here. You're way, can you see? You're way up here. They don't want you to see that because they didn't want to do the healing work. You're going to do the healing work. Starts right now. What have you got around you? Because your angels are saying there's something around you they're trying to give you. Away from those? Okay, fine. Let's move on. If this gets cut off, guys, you can have a personal reading where we tap right into your direct energy, not this collective, just your energy, and we answer your questions. Okay, you can email me, paintingsbycatherine@gmail.com. And subscribers to my YouTube channel, Earth Angel 3811, all receive online readings for $33 Canadian. Yeah, you are being gifted this beautiful opportunity with the Ace of Coins, a brand new beginning, because you broke through the cycle. So you're holding yourself back. You're still kind of stuck on that, the feelings that came with that. Knight of Swords, okay? So again, tap into this. Hold on. Okay, I said that there was some information coming in. There is some information coming in super fast. I'm hearing that there's going to be some truths coming in. There are still things that you don't realize. You've got an intuition about them. You're getting intuitive hits. There's somebody who's going to not only bring in this, someone's going to bring this information. I feel like it's going to come in fast because you're ready. Once you determine you're ready. Once you determine I'm worth more than this, I'm not going to sit here and sulk. Is what I'm getting. I'm not going to sit here and sulk. Yeah, new beginning. You're asked to take a leap of faith in yourself. This was all just meant to reignite this passion. It's because it starts with sadness, right? And then it turns to anger, and then that turns to passion, which you're working your way up this emotional scale. It's like, and a week or two from now, you're going to look back and go, I'm glad I got myself out of that because it was holding me back from the most perfect, I'm hearing reunion with someone or a union. This might be this love opportunity, but also the happiest home, happy family, happy everything. This person that hurt you, I'm hearing these people, there was a series of them. They don't deserve that kind of satisfaction. It's time for you to be there for you. Don't abandon yourself. Okay? No one else abandon you. You're abandoning yourself if you don't have boundaries and allow yourself to have that beautiful life that you were meant to. This is it. You're meant to have this beautiful happiness. It's why this opportunity is coming in. This information is going to lead you to something. But if you're sitting there crying in the corner, sorry to be a hard ass, but it is what it is. If you're sitting there crying in the corner, you're not going to be open to this. Time to let it go. Judgment's been called. Justice is trying to come in, and everything's going to get you back where you belong. We're moving forward. Yeah, you were meant to learn how to have healthy boundaries and to stop the conflict. Like, the more you're focused on the conflict, the more you're bringing conflict in. The more you're going to stop every time you feel that and just move it into how good can this get? What can I do right now to get myself? How can I be the mom or the dad to my inner child that I wished I always had? Someone who's very supportive, someone who's going to say, forget them, we got this. Okay, you be your own cheerleader right now. Anything else, Spirit? Moving forward. Thank you. Yes. Okay, so after you're done taking this period of rest, the resting time is to turn within and to do the healing and say, wait a minute. Yeah, I can see how I didn't show up for myself, but now I am. I'm going to have this strength. I'm going to keep moving forward. Every time I feel sadness, I'm going to acknowledge, yes, that hurt like a bugger, but you know what? I'm going to use that and I'm going to alchemize or transmute that energy and pour it into what I want. Anytime when you go through sadness, when you go through frustration, anger, all of these little things that seem to be like big blockages, once you move forward, you're actually creating your own abundance. Like, I've got sadness in my heart sometimes. I've got family that are not doing well and they've got limited time. My father, he has limited time left. And it's so sad. It breaks my heart on the inside. And I've always been the strong one, just like him. So it's hard. I want to be strong, but when I'm really sad and I'm by myself, I paint. I build things. I have creative stuff flowing out of the yin yang right now because that's how I transmute. I transmute it. I say, I'm going to make something out of this energy that's pulsating through me. And I work through my emotions. I'm in like my little happy trance as spirit is co-creating through me. And I'm feeling the emotions and I'm going through those emotions, but I'm lost in my art. I'm doing my thing. Okay. And this is what it's all about. If we just sit in the corner and sulk, it's not going to help us. It's going to hurt a lot. If we're going to sit in it, then we're not taking the lessons out of it. If we're sitting in it, we're letting the darkness win. We all have shadow sides, and those are helping us when we're in survival mode to get through these difficult times and embrace them and love them and appreciate the shadow side. But at the same time, remember the light side, okay? And we're moving through these traumas, these horrible sadnesses, these angers, this injustice at times, and the way that the world is, and seeing it, from an outsider perspective and saying, that's really hard. It's difficult, but I'm going to still get through it because I was meant to get through it. Life still needs to go on, and I'm going to find that strength from within, and I'm going to take care of myself and parent myself like my best friend. I'm going to be there for me, but I'm going to keep reassuring myself it's okay to get off the floor from sobbing, and it's okay to keep moving forward. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. It's going to help us, and take that and move forward with it and release the past. Okay? This is important, guys. Meditation card. Okay. If this cuts off, I apologize, guys. I get rambling sometimes as the channel messages come through, and sometimes these videos get cut short. Okay. Moves through me in spirit. Let's find out what we need to meditate on. Something deeper wisdom. Thank you. Wow. Okay, we'll hold that for a sec. What have we got? Authentic expression. Express yourself authentically to release inner freedom and creativity. Did I not say? Right? Expression, authenticity, and freedom. Okay, they're also saying one of the biggest fears that a lot of us have with being authentic is people judging us, right? Judgment, which came up. It's when you move in a way that you're no longer ashamed of your human side, the errors you've made, no one can hurt you. I don't know how much time I have on here, so I won't get too deep in it, but even my past narcissistic, very abusive relationship, I used to be, the police would show up to help me, and then I'd silence and I'd be afraid to speak up and advocate for myself because I was threatened that if I did, then him filming my reactive abuse from being, what reactive abuse is, anything from where they keep pushing you, they get a reaction out of you that appears to be abusive, like you're unhinged, and then they film you. Yeah, well, mine did. And the threat was if I moved forward and went ahead and told the truth, that would be used against me. When you are in the open about all of the things you're afraid are going to come out in the open, nothing can touch you. And when you move in life with things that you're proud of, and you try to remain proud in who you are, and you work wholesomely and authentically and out of love, nothing can hurt you. There's nothing threatening you. So when you take all of the things you're afraid of or ashamed of, when you're learning as a human being, and just put them out there, then nothing can touch you. Nothing is scary, and you could be so authentic. And authenticity is the new sexy. It is the biggest superpower next to love, okay? It is so powerful. When you are authentic, you are doing exactly what you came here to do. You're expressing your truth. You're following your true life path. And things like people doing negative things in the background, they can't touch you. You're vibrating at a level so high that they can't get you, even if they try to set you up. I've had lots of people try to drag me down, discredit me, smear campaigns. Oh yeah, they love that. Make them look crazy so that they look, like they're, wow, look at it. They're not telling the truth or whatever when you speak your truth. Just be authentic, and the truth always comes out. It always, always does. Justice is a real thing, and it always comes out. Things get balanced, okay? So very important. See if we have time for one more. Sorry, guys. All right. Self-acceptance. Yes. Embrace all parts of yourself with self-compassion and forgiveness. Yes. This is exactly what I'm saying. even the things that we were taught to be ashamed of. Hello, it's part of the human experience. And we all do things that we're embarrassed of as we evolve. We go, oh my gosh, I can't believe I was like, I stayed in relationships that were absolutely toxic for way too long. People thought, what's wrong with her? Why is she with them that long? If they're doing this, why is she? Because, you get the manipulation and all that and all the trauma bonds and everything, but you can't explain that to people who've never been through it. But you accept that side. Yes, I was so loving and trusting and giving that I truly did cling because I had an attachment style that was unhealthy back then. I did cling to someone who was abusing me. That's right. Once you accept it and put it out there, who's going to shame you? I'm not ashamed. I'm so grateful I lived through it and I got out of it. And now I can share with people who are in it, right? You accept every aspect of yourself, the ugly, the beautiful, the happy, the sad, the angry, but you always aim to be a better version of yourself. And that's what frees you. That is freedom. Freedom is saying, I messed up and that's okay. And I still love me at the end of the day. I look in the mirror and I'm like, you got this, or you knew better, but you're okay. You're going to keep moving forward and let's just keep moving. Let's not get stuck on this shame or guilt or frustration in yourself. Like, have grace for yourself like you do everybody else. Take care of your inner child because you're the parent. You couldn't wait to grow up. Now it's you call the shots, right? Are you going to put yourself in a corner because you messed up or made a mistake in life? Absolutely not. You get that sweet little girl or boy and you say, you know what, I'm proud of you because you're going to keep trying and you learned something. And that's what it was all for. It wasn't to carry shame and guilt your whole life. I'm not going to torment you. I'm proud of you because you're going to keep moving forward and we're never going to do that again. We're not going to make those mistakes. And I love you so much. Sending so much love and light, guys. You've got this.